It sounds nice. It spits some flames.
What year is this?
So this is a 2013.
Okay, 2013 1199R, right?
Yeah. So I think the orange is to better suspension, electronic, all-in front and rear.
Right.
This model R has 15 more horsepower than the previous model. I don't know if it was not, you know, I don't know what year they started making these, but.
And this one revs up. It revs to 13 or
13, I think. I believe it. Go ahead, turn.
It's such an event.
Right?
Oh yeah, okay. So 11.5 is this one. Okay. Solid as hell. You know it. So that's the factory clip-on stuff right there.
Yeah, factory clip-ons.
Because it looks like, you know how when we used to put the clip-ons on and move all of the other stuff out, this looks like a race bike setup. So that's your high beam.
Oh, because it's a little more like kind of in, right? It's not,
well, it's all of the controls are tiny. They're just barely there. Like
funny thing, grip here and try to reach over this motherfucker. You see?
It's a pretty far reach. You gotta move.
Yeah, like you gotta kind of, you know. Yeah.
Dude, that's sauce.
Yeah.
This is really nice, man.
I think I love like more how it looks. It's just like admiring it and then actually.
Yeah, this would
it, you know?
this would be something like you'd build a house and have a coffee table over here and then the bike over there on the wall.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is a very good looking bike.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh man.
The actually MZS. You told me it was it's one, I guess, the same style as their bikes. If you
Yep.
Off or something. But when he said that, I figured it would be the ones that you see
clip up.
Fold up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these just solid. Well, let's take her around the corner. Oh, okay. Damn, that's sexy.
Take it on the freeway, man.
I'm gonna go put some gas in it.
All right, cool.
All right. Woo! So immediately, it feels like I'm sitting on the front of this bike. Damn, this is crazy as shit. I'm definitely sitting on the front of this bike. I'm sitting up very high, and my legs are directly down under me. So that gives me a very weird feeling like I'm riding a bicycle, and there's not much bike in front of me, so that also gives me like the feeling that I'm riding a bicycle. They did a really good job designing this bike, and I can't see, so I'm gonna lift my shit up. Wow. The brakes are phenomenal, and I will say I'm very used to 600s, so this seating position feels just like a 600cc Super Sport. So I'm glad to see the leader bikes are kind of catching on to that. And goddamn, this thing is powerful, y'all. The seat is incredibly sticky. I guess it's Alcantara or something, and I can't slide around on it. I shift my body around a lot, so I can't slide my butt around on it like I would normally do. So I find myself having to raise up, then move over a hip, raise up and move over a hip. But I guess that's something I could get used to. And the feeling of this twin is very unique. Have mirrors to look in, so that's a little off-putting. And these bar ends are really wide because they've got mirrors on the end of them. We call those pig spotters. All right, let's jump on the freeway and see what she's got to give. Wow, this thing fucking lurched up. When it hits mid-range, that bitch gives all kinds of jump. brakes are incredibly good. Brakes are fucking incredible. Very different from what I'm used to. And he does have it in race mode, so I guess I'm getting everything that the bike has right now. Man,
So the mic went into Never Never Land, so I'm gonna take this little opportunity to give you the little voiceover explanation as to what was actually going on here. I was kind of riding the bike and feeling uneasy because there was so much vibration on the bike, but that seemed to only have been at $5,000 and below. So if you raise the bike up over $5,000, as I kept on checking the tach to see where that vibration was, the bike gets real smooth, like smooth as glass. So me not being too familiar with how L-twins or, twin cylinder motorcycles run, that vibration seemed a little weird to me. It kind of feels like the bike is stalling or sputtering for fuel or something, in layman's terms, I would say. But once you get above that, it's super smooth, and the power delivery on the freeway is probably the most powerful I've ever felt. But let's get back on the mic.
the amount of force he has is out of control though. He has his rear brakes pretty high. Yeah, this amount of fuel is crazy. And this bike does... Damn. Wow. Well, let's get some gas in it and we'll check it out. So because I'm not fully used to the bike, I'm grabbing the brakes a little strong, but this bike also has ABS, so I don't know what sense of the ABS is given to the handle, to the brake lever.
Bitch, what?
Whoa, shit! Wow, that was only $6,000. Holy moly! This thing bucked like crazy. It's like it hits a whole nother fuel mapping. Alright, let's check it out. Let's talk about this bike. This is the 1199 Panigale R. Ducati has really hit it out the park with this bike design. It really looks like a GP bike, and trust me, when you're on it, it really feels like a GP bike. Not extremely comfortable. You do feel that on the back of your leg, but hey, I mean, there's a price to pay for beauty, you know what I'm saying? Now, this bike does have the works. I mean, literally the works. We're talking about ABS, traction control, wheelie control. You saw all that hookup. That's electronic suspension, rear and front. It definitely adjusts by the mode and how you ride it. All kind of other little shenanigans that I myself am nowhere near used to. Now, this bike has the highest level of torque I've ever ridden. The Hayabusa doesn't hold anything to this bike. This bike is honestly an incredible feat. Now, as far as motorcycles go, I mean, you've got your big four: Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and Suzuki. Those bikes dominate regular markets, right? So if you were talking about cars, that's all of your Mazda, Hondas, Fords, Chevy, that's all of that. This is supercar status in the bike world. So Ducati and Aprilia are the two Italian makers, and that's kind of like Lamborghini and Ferrari. So, I mean, I don't know. Whichever one you want to call it, that's up to your impression. But, I mean, this is the finest crafted Italian joint that you're going to jump on. Now, me personally, there's a little bit too much vibration on this twin design. The power delivery is extremely notchy, but I'm not well versed in how to customize the mapping, so maybe you can get that smoothed out. And I know possibilities of tuning the bike will help you smooth that out as well. But as far as excitement goes, this is one hell of a beast. And I mean, look at the design. You got the LED, you got the spotter lights, everything that you need and want, this bike has, just from the factory. Now, this seat, definitely a lot more stickier than I'd like. But, you're supposed to ride on the balls of your feet anyway. So I could push myself up, move over, back and forth, whatever, right? Definitely ain't built for a second person. And rear pegs, nah. You're just gonna be doing mad wheelies on this thing with both feet on the front pegs. Or crazy amounts of sit downs, whatever you fancy. But this is one hell of a fucking bike. The gas tank, it does go down under the seat here. So most of the bike's weight, including rider, is right square in the middle. So that gas tank flows into the bottom of the seat. So that's pretty dope of a design of Ducati. They're GP bikes, and Yamaha does this. Matter of fact, probably a lot of MotoGP teams do this. Their fuel cell is the end portion of the bike. So obviously they have their own methods of madness as to what they're doing, but my God, this is a beautiful bike. So enough talking about it. Let's just get back to riding it. That's impressive. Now, what this bike does amazingly that I've never felt before is brake. This thing slows down, baby. It's like, oh, I can feel the ABS in the brake pedal on the foot. Now that's interesting. But golly. So these clip-ons are very thin, very narrow. They're pretty comfortable. What I tend to not like is very thick clip-ons. Very thick clip-ons are uncomfortable. You'll get hand cramps and stuff on long rides. But these are extremely thin, and I kind of don't even feel like they're there, you know? Such an extreme bike. And I like that Ducati, for the later models, they give you this brushed aluminum with the red. I'll take it easy here. I don't know anything about these tires or nothing. Woo, shit. Quick sister time. Wow, that is so violent. That is hella violent. The torque level on this is really bizarre. I'm very in love with the riding position. I feel like leader bikes or bigger bikes have always made you feel like you're sitting inside the bikes. And the 600s, I always felt like you're sitting up high up top on the bikes. So I'm very comfortable with the seating position. It's all I really knew. I love the seating position. I feel in so much control, aside from the fact that I'm not in control, because this thing has so many damn electronics on it. I don't even think my throttle activity is true to nature, you know? The baddest things that come out in the next wave of motorcycles is the V4R, which has a very similar body design to this motorcycle, but it's a lot wider. It's got winglets on the front, and I mean, the thing has like 232 horsepower. Like, who the fuck needs 232 horsepower? On a bike that weighs like 420 pounds, that is extremely, extremely powerful. Very choppy because I don't trust where the front end is. Woo! Mental. Oh man. Wow. This was a real one, boy. And I really don't think that the sound is translating through this mic. This bike sounds very, very mean, very dirty. Now, I do say this a lot. This makes me want my R6. This makes me feel like going and getting my R6, but I haven't told y'all, like, the R6 is done. It's going to a local shop tomorrow, just to have them check over all my work, give it a certified tune-up and all that, and we're done. I'll just put the plastics on it, put it on the stand, go send it out for powder coating, and we're riding the bike, ladies and gentlemen. So this definitely makes me realize, because see, riding the Hayabusa is a touring bike. So although the speed and the excitement and everything made me want to be on my R6, this is a super sport in the same vein, the same species, the same specimen of my R6, and this lets me know, you know, fooling around on the FZR is great for like daily riding and things like that, but FZR ain't this. And FZR is great to own because I have the bike to jump on at any time, and I get to look at it and reminisce as to what everything used to be back in the day, right? So, especially that I'm a Yamaha fanboy, I get to look at the timeline in my garage, and I get to see where the bike's, you know, DNA and heritage came from, and that's a good thing. But geez, man, it's just not this. Super sport bikes is where it's at. Woo! All right, so that's it. That is the day, and we're gonna head home. It's a very, very short week for me because the holiday is coming right up, and shit, I only got one more day of work, and we're off for the holiday. And I'm gonna keep it funky. I was doing something really stupid. I never do, but because I didn't know where I was going, and I was using GPS, I was looking at my phone as I got off the freeway, and I slipped in like some fucking sand or something, and low-sided the bike, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, my fingers are fucked up. These two fingers, because I had my glove off. I done ripped a hole in my damn dickies and my t-shirt, and I broke something on the side. I know my bar end got a lot of the damage, but it kept my levers good and kept my bars good, so they did their job. But it sucks to fall in the cold weather because it hurts more. So I'm gonna go home and lick my freaking wounds, put some peroxide on the shit, and man, I'm done with the day, you know? This is a little noisy cricket. She just loud for no reason. So much more confidence riding this bike. And I cannot wait to ride God, that R6. So with that being said, for the millionth time, I'm gonna end this vlog. I'm riding home. Thank y'all for joining me. Quick little moto vlog, and I really love the opportunity my friends give me to jump on their vehicles. So until the next time, like I said, Gus, thank you very much for allowing me to rock that bike. That was a privilege. And we're gone. So everybody bless up. Have a happy holidays. And I'll see you guys on the next vlog. I'll check you out. Peace.
Yo, hell nah, y'all. I fucking scrubbed, yo. I done put a hole in my dickies and fucked up the means. Look at the pinky ring, no. That's crazy. Nothing too bad, though.